Hi everyone, we would be doing overheads today. Now, first thing, let us try understanding what do we mean by overheads. When I say overheads basically is a sum total of three expenses, that is indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect expenses. So overheads is sum total of indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect expenses. Now, why do we have to find an overheads? Now, we say a total cost of a product is basically sum total of direct cost plus indirect cost. So, if I have to find out the total cost of a product, I need to find out both direct and the indirect cost. Now, how is it difficult? A direct cost is a cost which is traceable to a product, whereas I cannot trace my indirect cost with a product produced. Let's say, for an example, I have rent. Do you know how much rent is incurred for producing one product? Even whether I produce 1 unit or 100 units, the amount of rent which I pay will remain constant. So, directly trying to trace a indirect expense with a product is impossible. So we are trying to learn in this chapter how are we going to classify overheads, how are we going to find out cost of overheads for a particular product, right? So before we go in, let's classify the overheads. Overheads are classified based on functions into four categories: production, selling and distribution, administration, research, and development. So I have classified my overheads into four categories based on the functions production. These are all the indirect expenses which would have happened at the place of manufacturing. Selling and distribution is a function which is incurred for the purpose of making sure the goods reach the ultimate customer. The ways of making sure the goods reaches and also making the goods available to the end customer is all taken care in the distribution.